Hello. Good evening. Hello, Fright. Hello, Mesh. How are you both? How is everybody else doing? Oh, it is Saturday, as some famous singer would say. It is 7 of the PMs. How is everybody else doing? Mesh. Hello, Creamer. Hello, Mesh. How are you doing, my friend? Hello, True. How you doing, Aki? You good? All right. Let's jump into the game. I missed past your stream due to sleep. You missed my past stream due to my sleep. Due to your sleep? That's fine, Mesh. Sleep takes priority over me. I can accept that. Just about. You're good, Aki? I'm good as well. I've had a very busy day, guys. I'm very tired. I've done so much today. I've done a lot of humaning. I've done a lot of people responsibilities. I've driven a lot. I've taken stuff to the local tip, which is like a dump place for like garden waste and stuff like that. I've gone to the gym. I've done food shopping. I've done everything. Oh, painful. Absolutely painful day today. Hello sun, hello moon, hello streamer, hello dreamer. Oh, Serena, how you doing? You alright? Creamer will forever sound awful to me. It's one of those really cringe names, Serena, isn't it? It really gets under your skin. How was my trip? My business trip to the land of Canada, Mesh, was alright. It was okay. Everything that I needed to get done, I got done. Everything that I wanted to do out there, I got to do. I didn't get that many free days. In fact, I think I only had one day that technically I was free to do anything. So I spent it going around the city that I was at the time. It was nice. Yeah, it was nice to be. So if anybody's wondering what Mesh is referring to there, a couple of weeks ago, I was away for like 11 days, 12 days, something like that. I think it was maybe even 13 days. I was away on business, and yeah, I do stuff that's pretty cool in life. I'm very lucky to do what I do, and it took me to many different parts of Canada. So yeah, it was good. Did they pay you in maple syrup? They didn't. If they had, I think I probably would not have got on the plane. They paid me in many a US dollar, and that was fine for me. Cloud, how you doing today? You all right? But Serena, maybe I did or did not purchase some maple syrup at the airport. You'll never know. All right. So, what are we doing now? We are doing just some chill proxies today. That is what we're doing. That is the order of today. Time keeps running out before last foe dies on Season Apex 241. It looks like our friend of the channel, Nora Lee, got it. Looks like you got it. Looks like you got it. There we go. All right. So, let's do some chill proxies. How's everybody's weekend? How's everybody's Saturday, first and foremost? Is everybody having a nice day? I hope you are. Oh, yeah, okay, good. Fright, you hadn't said anything, so I was like, had I taken off the stream starting text? For some reason, I did it. I did it for her earlier. Okay, cool. Well done, Fright. Is everyone having the no record bug? What do you mean by no record? As in, like, there are no records available, or you can't access the records that were there, Mesh? Because every time they do a patch, whether it's like a 1.6.1, 1.6.2, it always resets the records for the previous stages. You can still see the formations, but you can't, what's the word? You can't see how they did it. Cow, how you doing? Yo, I see you there. How am I? Cloud, I'm good. I'm pretty tired, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Had a very long day. Like a really long day. I've not eaten my dinner yet. In traditional dreamer fashion, I will eat my dinner after I finish my stream. So that's my jam. You're tired too? Nah, mate. Need an early night, don't we? Need an early night. Basically, every time they patch the game, Mesh, it makes every single replay unavailable from the records that were already in the stages. Because the reason they do this is if they ever update a hero or like a stage behavior, they don't want you to watch something that then conflicts with what they've just implemented. So yeah, it's weird and bad, but it's also, I can see why they do it. Yeah, half a dozen on one, half a dozen another. Right. Yo, finally got to catch a stream. I started AFKJ 3 to 4 weeks ago. That's pretty good. Odd. So you kind of joined just before the collaboration event, I guess? Right, like literally just before the collab event, maybe a week or two. How are you enjoying the game? Is it fun? I hope it's fun. I hope you say it's fun. If you say it's shit, I'll be a bit like, oh, okay. Cow, you watch any of the NBA playoffs at all? I have. I'll be honest, Cow. When I went to Canada, a friend of mine is a massive, massive Celtics fan. He's from Boston. He loves the Celtics, and I was joking around with him that they would lose the first round of the playoffs, and he gave me an outrageous bet. I'm not gonna say what it is, but he gave me outrageously good odds on a bet, and I was like, "There's no way I can turn this down. I have to take this bet." So I took it, and the Celtics Celtics got dumped out. You would have seen in a best of 7, like, yeah, but now obviously the 76ers, who are the ones to dump them out, are doing absolutely abysmally against the Knicks, which is also kind of okay. Like, it's nice to see that the Knicks are doing well. But how about you, Kat? Have you seen any of the games? Is there a team that you're following in specific? I really want Thunder to win, by the way. I think Thunder is the team that I'm rooting for this year, at least. Yeah, Fright said it as well. It's due to the update patch. It is indeed. I had a good weekend so far. Just watched Half Man episode 3 today, and wow, it was stressful. Half Man? Like, I thought when I first read this, Serena, in advance a second ago, I thought it said 2.5 Men, like the comedy. But if it's stressful, it's definitely not that. What's Half Man? Is it like an anime? What is it? You tell me. I got no Scooby-Doo. Hi everyone, Yoon. How you doing? Had work from 6 till 3 and now got Chinese takeaway. Chinese takeaway. I've forgotten what the guy... Bosh. Is that the UK? Bush. the Chinese takeaway. Oh, that's good, Fright. Nice. What did you order? Honestly, I'm now jealous. I kind of was fancying a takeaway. Maybe I'll get one tomorrow. Maybe I'll get one on the way back from I've got to drive my partner. The reason I'm not... So normally, guys, I stream on like a Sunday. But I'm doing Saturday today for you, because otherwise you wouldn't have got a stream. Because I'm taking my partner to the airport tomorrow. So I got a long drive. Is the graphic better when you play on PC? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's nicer. It's larger. I'm going to call you Sonar. I'm calling you Sonar. Sonar, I do think it's better playing on PC, honestly. From a graphical standpoint, I'm playing on like a 27-inch monitor, and it looks gorgeous. Like, the game looks really pretty. Like, very, very pretty. And when we do the story, it makes the story also really pop. Like, the cutscenes themselves are phenomenal. Yeah, the cutscenes for the story in this game are just incredible when you play it on a PC. My opinion, at least. Kooky! Howdy! How you doing? You alright? Dreamer has the put you to bed voice. I'm glad you guys like it. Imagine if do you know what? If I sounded awful and you guys were like, fuck, this guy sounds horrendous, I don't think we would be here right now. I don't think we would have gotten this far. So I'm glad that I sound listenable to, if that is a word or a reason. I didn't even know about the collab until I started playing. So far, so good. We've just unlocked districts a day ago. Well, so Odd, you're right now in Season 6, right? Because of how the new player progression system works, you're in Tower of Memory, right? Like, you're in Phase 3 of Tower of Memory. So you must be enjoying, like, Ravage Realm and all these different things, probably. Is that fair to say? But yeah, that's really cool. I genuinely remember my first kind of like 3 to 4 weeks in this game being my favorite. You're so green and you have just so much in front of you. You've got so much content that you can digest because they let you go back through the older stories when you complete your story. Like, that was really good. And if you haven't yet, I would highly recommend, if you are somebody that likes the story in this sort of game, go check out Season 5. Season 5 was absolutely phenomenal. And it's the reason that many players came into the game and have stuck around in recent times. Season 5 was breathtaking. I hope other people agree with me on that. I know a lot of you do, but yeah. I would never watch 2.5 Men. Half Men is a series on HBO made by the same guy who made Baby Reindeer. See, the only thing that I have an interest in watching, like, that's coming up, Serena, is... So I'm not a great, like, what's the word? I'm not a great person who... I don't sit here and digest a lot of TV. I tend to, like, because of how I work and where I work, I tend to kind of get an idea as to things before it happens. The one thing that I am genuinely looking forward to as a Spider-Man enjoyer is the Spider-Man Noir TV series. That's definitely something that's on my radar. Special chow mein. Very nice. Glad you won the bet, and I hate Thunder. Dude, for the longest time, I loved the Timberwolves cow, like when Rubio was there. Even going back to when Kevin Garnett was around, like my favorite teams when I was a kid was the 76ers and the Timberwolves because of Allen Iverson and Kevin Garnett. But I grew up and I evolved and I started to like Steve Nash. So I tended to just follow wherever Steve Nash went, which was the Suns for the longest period of time. And then when he left the sport, I kind of was a bit like, I'll be a Glory supporter. And at the time, the Golden State Warriors were just hitting their peak. Like, they were just showing signs. But prior to them showing signs, the Thunder versus the Heat was like all the rage. And I was always a Thunder fan over a Heat fan. I played Season 5, Key Perseus Moment on phone and had to replay it on PC. Right. It's... So, this is a story that I've told a few times. I played Season 5 when I was traveling, like the story, because of how they do the story. And odd, you'll see this when you flow into Season 7 with the rest of us. They release the story in bite-sized chunks. They don't throw it all at you at the same time. And what's the word? Like the second half of the story released when I was in the middle of an airport. So I was playing it. And there was a cutscene that happens, and I literally made an audible yelp in the middle of a major airport. I was there like, okay, I need to contain myself here. Because it was genuinely like, wow, okay. And the story was incredible, and the cutscenes were incredible. So I played it like fright when I came back from my trip on the PC, and yeah, just amazing, just amazing. Based off Nefarious trailer, wouldn't he and Sylvan actually be a really good pair since Sylvan can perma-CC enemy teams? So they kind of have a similar skill set. I think they kind of have a similar skill set. I don't... so it's really hard to say how they'll play with one another. The team, in theory, is Mihira, Iron... Saida, him, and like Valara, and there's not really room for Sylvan. I think he will have innately enough stun in his toolkit to get away with not having Sylvan in the team. It's a really interesting one. So once again, AFK Journey and Lilith, the developers of this game, are trying to make heroes more and more like specific. So when they call out the he does something against magic damage dealing enemies type scenario, it gives me an inkling that they're wanting to push more of these like heroes out there from a faction perspective that are good at specific types of stages. So I could see a world where Sylvan is good at something and he's good at something else, but I don't know if they'll play well together. Time will tell. Season 5 was epic. Glad you agree, Yoon. Yeah, we're Season 6 Phase 3. I'm stuck on 699R. It's pretty tough. Even though I get top 2, I can't unlock Endless. Yeah. So, Ravage Realm on a new... what's the word? Ravage Realm on a new server, on a new, like, district, must be one of the wildest things ever, Odd. That's so cool that you get to experience that. Genuinely. That is so cool. Season 5 was this game's absolutely storytelling peak. Right, I think they're gonna slowly build up to try and make Season 8 as good as Season 5. So hold on to your underwear, mate. Spider-Man Noir is getting a series. Is it a spin-off of Spider-Verse? No. It is Nicolas Cage's character from that universe getting his own TV series, but it's not animated. It's real life. it's Nick Cage. So, very cool. I like the old Thunder, but I don't like the new Thunder. Became a Timberwolves fan again. Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a fantastic player to watch. He is a fantastic player to watch. You've called out exactly what makes him not a fantastic person, but yeah, he's very, very interesting. The old Thunder, when it was Iguodala, Westbrook, Durant, was wild. I loved that era. That era was so good. Genuinely my favorite era of basketball was watching Ray Allen, LeBron, and like Bosch, and then you've got Wade versus that Thunder team. They just like butted heads season after season after season. And one of my favorite, most memorable basketball moments, Cal, is I think it was Game 6 or Game 5 in one of the series between Heat and Thunder in the final, where Ray Allen hit that clutch 3 in the corner. And I remember just how meaningful that was and how much of a dagger that was to the Thunder. And yeah, so D, hey, by the way, how you doing, bruv? You're good? D is, Iguodala is such a good 6. When Iguodala went to Golden State, I knew Golden State were in such a good position. It's crazy how dominating that team was. Was it 74 or 73 win season? That season was genuinely mind-blowing from them. Like, genuinely mind-blowing. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I can see the long game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to... And hey, Vale, and hey, how you doing? Bantis, I think, is going to be peak. I think that they are building the story up to make it... like this... So being very transparent, I haven't played through the new mini story that has contests in it that they just released. Maybe we'll do that today. I don't know. We'll see. And I've been told that it lifts the lid a little bit onto who potentially is or isn't the major villain of this overarching story. So yeah, I'm interested to learn a little bit more about that. Goated moment, it was. Took longer than I wanted. Oh, is it really long? Like, is it genuinely really long? It's not short. That sucks. That sucks. I wanted it to be short too. I haven't done any of the Voyage of Wonders stuff either. I know that's not related to the story, but putting it out there. I stopped watching basketball when LeBron made that Miami Super Team though. Honestly, the Miami Super Team was really interesting for a while because I remember every year they held onto some amount of copium that like someone would challenge them. I remember for the longest time it was like, right, this is the year that Paul Pierce and the Celtics get their act together. And then it was like, right, they didn't do it. Oh, it's Durant's year. He's gonna boss it. It will be completely fine. And nothing. What's his name? Blake Griffin and Kyle Leonard, Chris Paul's like teams, and it just, yeah, nothing ever Anthony on the Knicks, and it just nothing ever challenged them. Except potentially the Thunder on their day. I still need to do Voyage as well. Voyage is apparently very dull. Haven't done any of the new quests added in the latest update. Just haven't been in the mood for quests. I'll be the same. I am the same, Bale. I haven't been in the mood for them at all. I think I'll get in the mood when we start to get the Season 7 preview, which I believe is around the same time that the Mermaid Man, Nefarian himself, or Neharian, or whatever it's called, comes out. So we'll see. Gwyneth, if she has similar skill set to her arena counterpart, could be interesting for AFK Stages. Yeah, I don't know if it was yourself or it was someone else that was talking about this in our last stream, or maybe it was with the stream before. I genuinely was really interested to see if she would get a like straight trade crossover type scenario. I'm also interested because I've seen all the rumors today and also in past weeks about how Arthur could come to the game as a dimensional unit, like King Arthur. Because the preview that we got was the Sword in the Stone for this season, or this upcoming season. And I believe that Arthur is like a dimensional unit in AFK Arena, so I'm curious if we have something similar. One of the Void has an exclusive title you can get. It's a hidden one. Oh, I think I get a title for winning this weird competition. I was looking after Darky, Mr. Gov himself said, go look at the rewards. I was like, oh, I'll have a peek at what I've won from my content creator cup thing, and I get like a frame and a title. I'm gonna have my own little frame. It's gonna be awesome. Well, it's not my frame. I think a lot of other people are gonna get it, or a handful of other people are gonna get it. But I get a cool frame that has like some film on it, and I get like a title. So I'll have that for like a couple of days or something. When Durant went to GS that one year, I'm like, what's the point of watching basketball until that team splits up? When Durant went there, I could see it from a mile off, though, D, that it was going to be just like, it wasn't going to work. There were too many ones that didn't go into a team. Like, they genuinely... Durant was a weird get for them. I understand why, and it makes complete sense from like a basketball and from like a how good of a player he is and what his ceiling looks like, but it just didn't make sense for that team, in my opinion at least. Yeah, that was my opinion. Dreamer is back. I'm already super excited for need me some more CC heroes for AFK. I really hope, Cal, that and by the way, glad to see you here. I'm like genuinely hopeful that the Celestial Rogue that is coming out, or rumored to come out in Season 7 Phase 1, is Iron but better. Because I would love to see, and I've theorized this, that the developers at Lilith tend to do a good job at power creeping factional heroes that are doing really well in AFK stages and other game modes. And if this Celestial Rogue that is rumored to be coming is a AFK stage hero, then what faction heroes are left untouched that it can take and combine? And I've been saying this for the longest time. I think Iron and Faramore are probably next on the chopping block to power creep in a way. So I wouldn't be surprised if some form of that combination is in the new Celestials kit, and yeah, I would be fascinated to see what that would do for our new mermaid man himself if that is the case, because I think it would be very potent for him. He's similar to like Gunner, but instead he buffs every ally behind him, giving them haste and attack boost, if I remember correctly. That's cool. I wonder how closely they'll keep to the... Yeah, me too, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I doubt they'll make Arthur a dimensional hero here in Journey. Both Merlin and Arthur are dimensional heroes in Arena, so if we're canon here, he might be too. See, I'm not sure, because where do you put him? Like, do you make him a light bearer? I don't know where you put him. Which is why I think a lot of people were on the train of he might be a dimensional. And we need, I know this sounds bizarre to say, but we need more dimensionals so that they can eventually get to a dimensional Phantomal, or that they can start to bake some of the dimensionals into factions. Like, they need to do something with them, I think. Low-key kind of miss Bale in stages. Me too, D. I'm hoping that the support charms this season go back to a cheat death, and we then have like a differing in gameplay again, where we utilize your, Rowans, your Smokies, these sorts of heroes that are dependent on how good a Phantomal is, right? Like if we need to leverage the Mauler Phantomal, it'll be Coco and Smoky, but Lightbearer, Rowan, blah, blah, blah. And then we have Bale be the powerhouse that he's used to, but it is nice not having Balerin in stages for the sole purpose that we don't have to worry about warrior equipment, right? Like that's one of the silver linings here. Because in future, if Freyren is to be a powerhouse in some of the AFK stage teams, potentially Mage Armor comes into the fray a little bit more. Yeah. I think it was ignored. I think it was ignored phase 2 and phase 3. I think phase 1 we took a piece, but it was like really, really, really down low. So, I don't think it... Oh, so I think so too. Ah, cool. Okay. Plot twist, Hogan becomes Arthur. That'd be funny. I was also wondering if they'll follow the... I was tempted to look into the lore, but it's too extensive. I gave up. It's very, very in-depth. You could use some help on a proxy. If you need any help, Ake, I can't promise, But if you ever need like a proxy help, you send it to my UID. I can take a peek. But for now, we're just doing some chill stuff. Ba-ba-ba-da. Oh, I said that I would also do some for... Please try my right side. What's your right side? 521. Let's have a look. Built-in speed for stages will be nice. It will. I would encourage you to message me about that, D, if you want to learn more about it. I don't know how much you've like been in or around my streams. I can't say much, but I had to sit down with the developer team. Like I was fortunate enough to be asked to do it, and it's really weird because it goes against exactly what they told me. So I'm a bit, yeah, it's a weird one. But if you want to know more, just message me. Nightbot, what are the lottery numbers? Serena, you don't need to ask Nightbot what the lottery numbers are. You've got your Hot Wheels 8-ball card that you can ask. I'm also intrigued when it comes, D, by the way, because they said it will be in a later update, and that's just not specific at all. Like, they've told us that an Arcane Labyrinth overhaul is coming in an update like 2 seasons ago, and we're still not there. So I think it's an easier implement than than revamping a game mode, definitely. But I'll wait and see when it comes. I just swapped my Sylvan to Eve. Do you think I made the correct decision, since I'm thinking Sylvan might not be useful anymore since I have free run? Joey, I think Sylvan will still have a good amount of use. I'm not a huge fan of Eve. However, this all said, the thing to... I would never consider anything you do in this game a mistake, because you can always earn back the hero that you have swapped out of. And Sylvan can go straight back onto your wish list, and you can start accruing copies of him like no tomorrow, and he will probably be in a state that is good enough for AFK stages, if he is still in the AFK stage meta, for you to utilize him come Season 7. So I wouldn't put too much onus on it. I personally wouldn't have done it purely because I don't like Eve, but I don't think that you can make a wrong decision. I think it's down to how you want to play the game. I love that. Oh my god. Yeah, Cow. I think it will be good. Really interested if Thane finally gets added, if the new season, if Lightbearer focused. I've seen a picture of like 4 heroes for the new season, and I have no idea who any of them are. So I can't tell you if they are or not. Cow, what's difficult about this? Okay, I can see. Isn't this the... Hold on, I know what this is. Oh, it's not that. I'm being an idiot. Hold on, I know what this is. This is the stage where they all fire off at the same time. So you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and then you wait. Or not. Okay. Should we use a different team? I looked away from chat. Hold on, team. I'm trying to focus for the main man himself, Mr. Koo. Mr. Cow. Ah, okay. I made a mistake. I did S plus min EX Eve. But I S plus every hero. Yeah, see... D, we had this conversation in the last stream, because people came in and were like, oh, Puzzle was saying Eve is a skip. And I was there like, yeah, but every hero to Puzzle is like a S plus minimum, and that's what he means by skip. So you can't, like, you can't compare. So it's one of those things. I think for many people, depending on how much resource they are spoilt with in this game, it will be very different. I personally haven't pulled Eve beyond 1 copy, and I don't think I will. I love how I know exactly what to do, and I keep just not doing it. And my brain's like, why am I not doing what I was instructed to do? Here you go. Yeah, exactly. Like, so we are literally fast approaching Season 7, where you are going to be inundated with resource. And when I mean inundated with resource, I mean, like, you're going to get so much of it at the beginning of Season 7. And therefore, Eve will have come off, and you'll be able to, like, you'll be able to put her on your wish list. And yeah, it's interesting. Right. Let me just quickly read the chat before I do another one of these. But I'd have to ask each number, 09, yes or no. That would take forever. Serena, but you've got the magic. You have the magic. I see one last question. What do you think about the Merman character? So I think that he has a ridiculous amount of potential. His ceiling looks very, very high. So if you go and watch... So I made a video on him earlier today, plugging myself, I guess. I genuinely see him as a character that has a lot of potential. The problem he will always have is that he's a Graveborn, and the Graveborn Phantomal has never been an AFK stage Phantomal. The nice thing that he has going for him is the fact that in this game at the moment... Alright, we're not getting to where I want to get to. The fact that we basically don't have, like, the need for a Phantomal sometimes. If you look at some of the recent stage scenarios where we've had Sylvan teams, then maybe there's a use case where he'll just naturally be fine. But we'll see. Time will tell. I'm just going here straight away. I've given up. Alright. Alright, let's read. I was just doing it wrong. It's my own fault, Cal. You're okay. But I'm considering if I get Merman or Paragon 1, my Freyrun. What do you think? Last question. See, it's a really interesting one. I don't think that the jump from S+ to Paragon 1 for a hero is really worth it. Like, I feel like if you're ever going to take a hero, it's like Paragon 2 or like... My suggestion to you, Joey, would be the Merman, but I don't know if everybody else would agree with me on that. My personal opinion is, if you're going to recruit Freyrun, she's like S++ plus 25, or Paragon 2, or Paragon 4 crown. Like, I don't think that there's anywhere in between that. I don't think P1 or P3 is a good stopping point. I think you're either going the lowest possible, which is S+ plus 25. You're either going to the efficient middle ground, which is P2, or you're going balls to the wall and you're just going Paragon 4. And I haven't made my mind up either yet. I'm at S+ at the moment. I have the resources to try and make a push towards Paragon 4, but I don't know if I want to do that. Alright, so I'd recommend taking Freeman as high as possible while you can on the event. Merman will be available to summon forever. Yeah, exactly, but like, if you can... My take on this is, like, the difference between S+ and P1, if your account is like a Paragon 4 account, which I'm guessing, Joey, it's not, and I'm guessing that you have like S+ everything, and it's like you're working on a few Paragon heroes here and there, I just don't know if it's worth it to P1 a hero. And similar to what you said and what D has said about Eve and all these other things, yes, the worst case is you can just then wishlist one of these factional heroes, sure. But sometimes it's nice to have one or two of them at the earliest point of arrival. But we are in the depths of a season. There's going to be a natural overlap as well with Nerian. And into next season, so we'll know quite quickly if he is or if he isn't good. At least I think there's like a natural overlap. Alright, one of his skills, it does 21%. 21%? Wait, who's that? Is that Arthur? Asheron. Is that Arthur that you're talking about? He's nuts. Mesh, are you pulling Neron? When he comes out, I will pull him to Supreme plus 10, is my strategy. And then if he turns out to be a big stinky pile of poo, then I will use my swap ticket happily to swap him to Eve. So that's currently my plan, sir. Learning Puzzle's definition of skip was gaggy to me. I shouldn't have taken Eve. I took Eve since she has big personality. I think you mean big personalities, but yes. I think Eve and D probably has some more knowledge on this compared to me if D's still here. I think Eve is like a whale toy in PvP, right? Like, she seems to be in PvP teams as a whale toy. Like a Paragon 4 kind of whale toy. Oh, Thane, that's who you're talking about. Okay. If you want to go back to... No, I got you. You're all good. His potential will probably come to fruition in the end of Phase 1 next season with the new hero drop. If you're getting a hero to Paragon for PvP, especially keep in mind you're putting it against the P3. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Dave, thank you for whooping. Sorry you guys didn't take first, but congratulations. I actually haven't checked the score, Dave. I'll be honest. The person who picked our rival this week, which wasn't me, I don't know if it was Cow or if it was Demo, but whoever did it kind of cucked us because we picked the wrong rival, and it was quite obvious from day one that we picked the wrong rival. And it meant that I can't use any of the Clash Fronts, like, tools. Like, you get those abilities that you can do against your Nemesis guild. Because we picked the wrong Nemesis guild, I can't use any of the advantageous buffs or debuff stuff. And it just meant that we never had a chance. And it really sucked. So, yeah. Oh, well, though. Eve will be interesting for next season, pre-endless. And then plus, nobody in my guild fucking deployed correctly in the final round, I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked at it yet. It's still pending, but I know that they haven't deployed correctly. Eve will be very interesting for next season, pre-endless, since she does a... what's the word? Ton of defense shred. Yeah, people keep pointing this out. People keep pointing out that Eve could be like a... you can change Nemesis. Well, then it's on me. Like, I didn't know that, Rick. Wow, you can change Nemesis? I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, my bad then. I think somebody made a mistake round 1 and then I ended up just never ever correcting it in that case. Well, the more you learn about the game mode, reading the game mode explains the game mode. Do you think Eve deserves plus 25, plus 15, plus 20 is enough? But yeah, I'm interested to see if people are hyping up Eve for this like pre-endless role. I'll be interested to see if she truly is going to fill that. What we got here? Oh, there's Aki. And there's Cloud. I'll have a peek, Aki. Yeah, I didn't know that either. You can still use your magic against other guilds if your nemesis is not in that tile. Magic will go to a random guild. See, once again, didn't know that, Rick. It would be nice if the ability... Maybe it says it, but I've always read it. I feel like I read it and it says it's against your nemesis guild. Like it says against nemesis guild, so... I guess my bad. Do you know what I look forward to, Rick? I look forward to never having to worry about Clash Fronts shit again when they release these 90-man guilds, and I can relinquish any form of, like... any form of this. I'm truly looking forward to the day that the 90-day guilds come out, even though I wasn't a fan of the 90-day, by the way. I'd much rather it have been 60, but that's just me. Yeah. What I do is for some rounds I change the right before the prep is over, then change it back to the weak guild in the new round. Helps a lot. There. That's interesting. You can check how many times you've been raided by other guilds too, to have some notion of who's choosing you, isn't it? I'm 99% sure. I've seen that piece, but I haven't seen the change piece. And I'm 99% sure I checked it the other day, and basically we had 2, if not 3. $90-day guild? Sorry, 90... What's the word? 90-member guild. Mesh got me on that. Excuse me, streamer. You've said something wrong. Mesh with the dunk. Oh. Right. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I can't get that meme song out of my head. I don't know if anybody else watches Silly Reels on Instagram, but there's a funny British supermarket song meme going around at the moment. And if I say that, you probably know what it is. So much CF strategy to be learned. I wish I gave a fuck. Honestly, I'm right there with you, Serena. I just don't care. I wish I did, and there's some days where I do, and it's so frustrating because I'm like, I really just wish people deployed correctly or did this correctly. And then like it happens, and I'm there like, I've lost care again. So I look forward to the day where I can just be a person with 3 or 5 teams, whatever it is, in a 90 member guild. And yeah, I can move on. It would be funny if the devs just made the Celestial Rogue a better Chimera to really make sure she's gone from the meta. I think if they... so I really hope that they make it... Or I think it's going to be a him, logically. I hope they make him or them. I'll call them them. I hope they make them just good. Like I was saying in my last stream, right now, at this point in the game, I haven't spent on this game in like... I was saying 2 months in my last stream, that's a lie. It's 7 weeks. And I'm just... like, I have stuff that I could, but I don't see anything that is deeming to be rewarded with money, if that makes sense. Like, I haven't seen a cosmetic that I like. I haven't seen anything from Season 7 that I think will look good. So I'm waiting for the Season 7 preview before reinvigorating and reigniting my love for the game to its fullest. I'm still enjoying the game because I just naturally enjoy what it is and how it's playing, but I think this season, Phase 1 was okay, and Phase 2 and Phase 3 I've just not enjoyed. That's my opinion. I think a lot of you have enjoyed Phase 2, and I think some of you didn't enjoy Phase 1 at all, and yeah. I think Phase 1 was good because it had the story. I think whenever the story is in the game, it's always a nice time. The season felt so slow but so fast. There's been points of this season that have felt like they've just dragged and dragged and dragged. And then yes, I agree, there has been parts of the season where you blink and a week is gone. It's quite interesting. When I was away for 13, 12, whatever days it was, I can't remember, in Canada, I could only play the game for literally enough time to do my dailies every day. Like, I couldn't even do more than... I couldn't do a manual stage most days. I just had to press auto battle and see if I'd cleared anything. And it kind of gave me an outside view on what it would be like to have a not quite top of the top account. Just like a okay account. Like I'm definitely not an okay account. As in like above average, good, excellent. Just not like Kraken level, and only play like 15 minutes a day, and I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm hoping that the game is more enjoyable in Season 7, and then I might pull the trigger on Paragon 4 for Aaron and things like this. Is Zarya the new head mistress? I rushed through some of the side quests to get the diamonds. I don't know, Dave. I haven't played them yet. I intend on playing them. I want to sit down because somebody told me that it's very impactful for the story going forward. Like, there's a inkling into who is or potentially who isn't actually the overall big bad. So yeah, I'm interested to play through it. I used to care about the rewards, but the rewards were necessary for building heroes. Yeah, that's fair, Serena. That's fair. TF requires people to actively take part. If you don't have that, there's no point in playing it. Yeah, fair. Mesh with just the one-liner, yes. I get why they do limited modes, but at the same time, they need to do some more permanent. I said this, it's never going to happen, so no matter if you think my idea is the most amazing thing, or if it was like the biggest pile of poo, I really wanted them, and I advocated for this when I had my hour with the developer. I said, can we please make Titan Reaver a permanent, daily rotating thing? And Rick, I don't know if you're still here, but I believe you're one of the people that like to do or at least you did in the past, like the theory crafting for Dream Realm comps. At least I believe that was part of what you enjoyed in the game from what we previously spoke about. And I loved the idea of you take the entire pool of possible heroes, like not just for this, like the season, but the entire game, like every boss that has ever been created, be it Ravage Realm, Dream Realm, whatever, and they have the potential to appear in Titan Reaver, like the daily Titan Reaver. So you're having to create comps every day, like you're having to theory craft every day. You're having some like form of, okay, we need to come up with the best team. It would be interesting. It would be a challenge. It would be fun. Yeah, and I put forward like you could have daily rewards that are meaningful to the game systems today, and not just like not just a few essences. Like you could attach something more meaningful to them. Yeah, I don't know, but I got told big fat no. So I get why. Also, some of the limited game modes, by the way, were really good. Like, Wand Wars was really good. I'm happy that it was limited. I wouldn't want Wand Wars to be permanent. I think it has its time to shine by being limited. And I'm looking forward to what they do with that moving forwards. We were the big bad all along. I think... I mean, I feel like you're not too far from the truth, Cal, though. This season only had a potential and nothing else. The follow-through was lackluster. Yeah. I think that it's just like a building season. That's what it feels like. It also felt like that they really wanted to go down the Homestead route, and I know that this is actually fairly true. They wanted to really go down the Homestead route, and then they kind of got lost along the way, and they've realized that the players of this game don't want that. And now they're kind of having to turn around the ship, and it's not a speedy thing. There is new story. There's a side quest for, like, I think it involves Contus. Yeah, Serena said this involves Contus. And I think it gives you, from what like I said, from what someone told me, it gives you some understanding into some of the baddies. I was just trying to be funny. I don't know anything about any story. And I think that I know you don't know anything about story, which means that like the players truly are the bad people because they don't enjoy the story. They're not playing it. I know you just play the game for the numbers. Exactly. So you are the bad guy because you're not contributing. You're contributing in other ways. I played, I had the pleasure, once again, I know some of you like this, some of you don't. I played Magic the Gathering for the first time in a while yesterday. It was the new set. It's called Strixhaven. We drafted and I won. It was very, very interesting. It was a great set. I think it's pretty cool. Honestly. Like, I don't know if I even have any people watching right now that like Magic the Gathering, but yeah, Strixhaven was pretty fun to draft. I'm intrigued to see what it does in general with the format. So yeah. Ooh, Cow is a story skipper. He is. He's a homestead skipper as well, Serena. He hasn't got a fucking homestead. I want homestead to be a side thing, not a main thing. Me too, Val. But I would still like them to be running Golden Supplier, like, literally every day. Or not every day, but, like, on continuous, like, Guild Supremacy. I want them to be running it. It's weird, I can't explain, but I instinctively put more focus on Dream Realm and neglect Titan Reaver a bit. I think it's because of the daily importance of DR. Exactly. Which is why I think having Titan Reaver as a daily activity would be fucking phenomenal. Like, having it would be insane. I think it would be so good. Also, possibly the most controversial is all three were meta in some way. Yeah, you're not wrong there, actually. I think this season, most of the factional heroes have been kind of lackluster. And I'll say this, and I said this before, and somebody went, oh, look at Sylvan. Sylvan's really good. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but look at fucking Pippa and Epler and fucking Zarya. Like, they're not these like standout heroes that we're used to seeing, which is kind of fine because it meant that we can save all our resources for the collab, which is good. But yeah, it doesn't help people that are falling behind on Celestial Hypergeans. I'm back. Cloud's back. Do you play? Yeah, I do, Odd. I play. I keep dying in this AFK stage. This is clearly a charm difference. I play Magic the Gathering Arena. I don't play it as much anymore, to the point where I was thinking about. So sometimes I want to get away from AFK Journey, and I was thinking about adding some variety streams into my schedule, and maybe Magic the Gathering or like Guild Wars or some other game is a game that we might play. But yeah, I'm good at Magic. I don't know why I'm being shy. I'm going to toot my own horn. I'm gonna say it. For the longest time when I was playing Magic the Gathering properly, I was like top 10 Mythic on Magic the Gathering Arena in Limited. Yeah, I'm very, very good at Limited Magic. He's a massive dork, of course he plays. See, Serena's ahead of the fucking game. Is it related to the D&D Strixhaven? Don't know. I do not know, to be honest. Hello, Dreamer. Hello, Nora Lee. How you doing? Invasion, please. You want help with your invasion? Hold on. How you doing, Nora Lee? You got your bookshop to 13. That is actually huge. Very, very nice. Roast beef. Don't run, cow. You won't get far. I would definitely like it more. Yeah, I think if it was daily, it would be really good. Because I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you, Rick. I just don't give a fuck about Titan Reaver when it's this. You do it once, it's then sat there for 7 days because you've got no room to progress. It's just you found the right team after day 1. Nothing changes. We now have 7 more days of waiting till the reward is collected, kind of angle. And yeah, I'm not a fan of that personally. You play MTGA but haven't touched it since you started AFKJ. What's your Odd? How long have you played Magic? What's your favorite set? How long have you been playing? Celise is my favorite hero from the season, even though she got... Yeah, it was really weird. Celise being like one of the first heroes that we had access to, and then she had no real say in the story. It feels like maybe they cut like a story beat. I was really expecting her to be way more prominent. Really, like, I was really expecting Celise to be fairly front and center. We also prefer the VN server when we could... Yeah, you're not wrong there. Like, imagine, like, and this is what I said in my concept, Rick. Like, because it's random, it means that VN and Global never have the same 2, unless, you know, that one day, that one chance in however million, you do end up having the same, then yes, you fall into the same pathway of being able to theorize it, sure. But I just love the idea of, like, waking up to what is today's, like, random Titan Reaver. It's Thalassa plus, I don't know, like, it's Thalassa plus, it's Thalassa plus Blightshroom. And then the next one, it's Nocturne Adjudicator plus Lady Starfall. And then the next, like, it's just random every time. I don't know. I like it. But I think I'm one of few. Yeah, I probably. Probably. And you're welcome, Cloud. My favorite storyline in the past, the starter story. The starter story was genuinely really good. Odd, if you have a chance to play back through the preseason story, you definitely should give it a go. Preseason is pretty good as well. Not as good as season 5, and not as good as season 3, as Norrie has pointed out. But yeah, it's still pretty decent. Should we have a look at how Clash Run's finished? I'm 99% sure we just got absolutely trashed. Yeah, we did. We're still exalted. That's disappointing. I think I got hit in Supreme Arena. I did. I got hit in Supreme Arena by bitch. This person always attacks me. Don't get it. I'll tell them later. All right, let's go to the next event. Let's go back to a... Oh, Aki, you wanted help. Let's have a look. Oh, I am not doing 597. You can jog on. 597 and me do not go well together. I've done 597 5-man like 4 times in my life. I am not doing it for a 5th time. What do we have? Oh, you've got like an absolute juicer account, Ake. You got an absolute juicer account. Does it actually auto? Give her a payback. I will, Yoon. But I actually need to set my teams up properly for the week. I haven't done 1 attack this week. So, Season 1 was horrible introduction to the seasonal... Yeah, I heard... So, just for transparency, to anybody here that wonders when I started this game, I started in Season 3. Like, the middle of Season 3. When Cryonia was just being theorized. So, like, the second release, like, Phase 2. And... when I joined, my first question was, I remember when this game got released, all of these content creators from like OTK and all these other studios talking about the game. And where did all the players go? Because it was a massively popular game. And most of my friends were like, hey, they all left when Seasons became a thing. And I was like, why? And it was like, they just weren't good. And I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know how true that was. It is what it is. All right. We probably need to do a mixture of some looking at the charms, but also manualing Hugin on Hugin for a little bit. Let's have a looky. I can't wait, by the way, for the 90-person guilds that are like, you can't attack each other in, please don't attack fellow guildies in Supreme Arena. Like 90 member guilds, like, come on. We're gonna go 2, and then we're gonna go auto. Actually, we're going to go 2, and then we're going to go onto Gunner. Gunner died. Is this a... What charms have we got on? Can I press... I can't press this to figure out what charms we have on. We have... Non-refined acute, Mystic, Blast... Oh, we have plus 10. Is this arcane? Yeah, it's arcane. That's probably part and parcel of why the struggle. Because you're proccing the mad creatures from the CC. So you just wanted to die pretty quick. Alright. Maybe this is better. Let's have a gander. Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, well, I did that wrong. Ow. Ouch. Can we use the gunner team? But we do it differently. Man, why is the shred so much? Right. My recommendation, Aki, by the way, is if you match the charms here, like if you go put Arcane on Kulu, if Aki's still here, Go put Arcane on Kulu, and then just try and chippy this team. Like, literally just try chippying. As in, go auto battle, press out. It genuinely might fix it. One of the reasons that you're struggling is Kulu is acute, and she's throwing the bombs quicker as a result of it because of the haste. And it's causing some wacky shit with the mad creatures because they don't like crowd control. So I would recommend if you just change her charms to acute, it might make it a bit smoother. Sorry, away from acute to arcane. Oh, Midnight's here. Hey, Midnight. Let's have a little look. I'm a standard slave, so probably the Zendikar block or Ravnica block. I missed Theros, and it seemed like everybody would glaze that release so hard. Then it was... That's fair. MTG is always like a nice game to pick up and put down as well. Like, it's not something that you... no pubber. It's always something that is easy to come back to as well. So many people quit and did chargebacks. Interesting. It was very true. They cut rewards in half. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't think that can be kept up in Arena from my guild. I'm rank 1. Yeah, I don't see how that rule can be kept either. What team do you play in Dream Realm? I play the team that is the best on the Yafala spreadsheet. Cloud. That is the team that I play that's best. Dreamer, did you hear they released the UFO files? They stole the light away from Cryonia files. Honestly, Midnight. The UFO files were a wild thing to witness. I remember reading something in the lead up to it where it was like they were telling pastors worldwide about these files or something, or they were having meetings, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to get everybody ready" or something like that. They didn't really release that much that was controversial or groundbreaking, but I get it. Midnight, your proxy's not up. Have you done all of your stages? Have you been actually smashing out your stages? Is Haku smashed out his stages? Where's Haku? Oh, Haku's pretty close to finishing. I've forgotten if we have out. We don't. Right. Sorry, Haku. Sorry, Haku. Let's have a little gander. We got Aoife. Aoife needs 1176. Is 1176 double gunner? Is 1176 double gunner? Can I see if it's double gunner? I did this, so I should know. Let me have a little look. Where is the pins? I'm in the wrong Discord. Here's the right Discord. It is... Oh, it's the... I don't know which team that they want to use, actually, because they might want to use the one copy team. She has Kulu. I can send her Saida. She has the limit reached. All right. All of that for Nuit. Yeah, send me your thing, Midnight. And you're very welcome, Cloud. You're welcome, bud. Send me your proxy, Midnight, when you put it up. I'll do some of yours. All right. So let's have a little peek at UFO files. Yeah, Serena. Wild times. The US government declassified some UFO type activity files. Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Right. Midnight was down here, right? Or did you come online and now you're all the way up here? I can't find you. There you are. Thank you. Oh my god, 10. Beautiful. We love to see it. What absolute diabolic teams are we going to be utilizing? Let me put it up. I got Crown Freyren. Crown Freyren is absolutely monstrous, Midnight. Well done. Do you have a Discord server? I don't. Odd, I am not big enough for a Discord server, unfortunately. I maybe one day. All I can say is maybe one day. But right now, I'm not big enough. I'm a very small fish, swimming along happily in my little ocean. Only done 6-5-5 stages, so bloody boring. Gnarly AFK stages in phase 3 are always the worst. They feel very very what's the word? Repetitive. Very repetitive. 6,500 AFK stages in one season is just way too many. Once again, I don't know how many of you were playing in Season 3, but I remember like hearing people talk about how painful it was to do like 4,000 AFK stages some of the players got up to. Now we're doing 6,500. Just crazy. How convenient when... yeah, I know. That virus on that cruise thing is absolutely wild. Can you imagine getting on that cruise and being like, oh yeah, all right, love, we're going on cruise. We saved up all year for this. Let's have a right nice time. And then it's like, ding dong. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a deadly virus on board. Like, oh great, oh great, yeah. It's just it's a wild time for that cruise, I guess. I finally have plus 10 Sylvan. Finally unbricked. Still not S plus though. To be fair, I think legendary Sylvan is still a demon, but you'll have him at S plus soon. If he gets a Discord server, he'll be subjected to daily roasting, but he's scared. Honestly, daily roasting is the least of my problems. I can handle a roast. I can give as good as I get, so I'm all good on that. Only have at P1. Don't have any more spare cash. So upgrade to higher. I mean, I think it's fine. She's gonna be good for a while, but like, I don't know. That's why I'm still contemplating whether I take her to Paragon 4 myself. I have her at Supreme Plus. I do think that she would look good at Crown, but I don't know if I really want to invest. I know, gnarly. I don't know if you want. I don't know if I want to invest in it to that point. Even they bring literally a short alien in front of a large crowd. Guess what? We would still have to go back to work on Monday. Damn right, Midnight. Get back in front of your desk or your workspace of choice. P2 good enough? I think P2 is good enough. So the recommend. I loved that banter, by the way, Rick. That was very good banter. I think that's the thing that I'm most scared of, Serena, is people doing what Rick did, but on a serious manner, of people coming into the Discord and being like, Dreamer, I've got like this many resources, who do you recommend pulling? And then I have to actually make a decision for somebody. And I don't want to do that. I really don't want to be the person that they can come back and be like, that Dreamer, like, guy said, oh, why did he pull this? He's an absolute twit. Like, oh, what a dumbo. Like, yeah, I don't know. So the recommendation, my recommendation is going to be S+. I was very confused why I went ahead in stages. Can you give me my hearts, please? I'd like my hearts. I love you, Creamer. I love you too, Di. If you... Oh, well, that went that way. Can I have my... Not that, like that. I don't mean like that. I can see what you're doing in the chat. I mean my fucking proxy points. I want my proxy... There we go. I want my proxy points. What about my proxy points for these? Where can I get proxy points for the 96 as well? Absolutely abysmal. I need it for my affinity items. Need it for my affinity items. What was I going to say? Need to add a disclaimer to everything you say. Literally. So if anybody here has watched any of my early content that I started doing, I always used to, and I still even do it sometimes, is I always say, hey, like, here's my disclaimer before I go into any level of detail. Because I hate the fact that people are like, now, Dreamer said this hero's kind of okay. I'll throw all of my hard-earned money at him. Like, it's not how it works. I can't get it to work. The other side, I'm about to look at it. Both of these, but only when it's cooler. Okay. If you need a hero, let me know. All right. Nightbot, I'm kidding. Nightbot's watching you. Vi, how are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, Vi opened some Pokemon product earlier. He got absolutely wrecked. But it's all part of the journey. Opening it is the nice thing about it. Right. Nerian's kit made me... Oh, by the way, Rick, I didn't ask you this question earlier, and I should have, if you're still here. What is it about the Mermaid Man dude that you don't like playability-wise? I'm just interested. Nerian's kit made me remind of the AI monkey swimming in the water meme with Casper and Life Could Be a Dream. It's such a weird way to marry it up. That's so funny. That is actually so funny. Right. Puzzle is very down on... Wait. Dreamers bricked my account. I'm unsubbing right now. Honestly, I could see people doing that, Vale, which is kind of fine. Because if they're unsubbing and they're doing that, probably didn't want them around. Puzzle is very down on both Eve and Neri in his first videos about pulling them both. Yeah. The thing is, right... I've not watched... So I don't watch a lot of Puzzles content. I watch an occasional video, sometimes his like state of the AFK Journey videos, because it's interesting to hear his opinion on the game. I saw somebody say that he called Nerian a subpar Bonnie. I don't know about you, but I don't know the last time I looked at Bonnie's kit and she had a stun. And I don't know the last time I looked at Bonnie's kit and she had a knockback. So I don't know how you can compare her to Bonnie. Like, if anything, Nerian is more closely linked to Sylvan than Bonnie. Yeah, but like, it's not... It's... Even if it's attached to... I don't know if her ultimate does stun. It probably does, and now I'm an idiot. But it's like... If he's got an innate stun that's just like an ability that is going through, like it's just... It scales with haste. It's just repeating through. He is just so closely attuned to Sylvan. Like, he's not Bonnie-like. He's Sylvan-like. And I could be wildly wrong on this. Like, I could be way, way, way far away. But I don't think that he's a subpar Bonnie. I think that he has the potential of being a subpar Sylvan. At least that's my read of him. Okay, there you go. But yes, it will be all about his damage output. If his damage output is absolutely terrible, then yeah. It will also be about how quickly he comes online. Like, he needs that total time duration for them to start suffering from the deluge drowning thing. Like, he needs that to come online. But I don't think that he is a subpar Bonnie. I think that is a wild thing to say. He will have, like, stun way more often than, like... So, Bonnie's ult has a 3-second stun. How often does Bonnie get her ult off compared to how often does he get his stun off? Will be a inkling or a look at, sure. But, like, he is not Bonnie. There's no way... here you go. I'll be even more transparent with you guys than I probably should be. I knew about this guy's toolkit like 4 weeks ago. I've seen this guy's toolkit, and some of you in this chat will have seen it as well. I remember somebody coming to me and saying, he's Bonnie, right? And I was like, have you fucking read his toolkit? Like, have you actually looked at his abilities? Have you looked at his cooldowns? And they were like, no. And I was like, go look. And they were like, he's Sylvan. Congrats. Like, it... And it will come to light when he comes out, if they haven't changed anything drastically about him, that, yes, he's far more Sylvan-esque than he is Bonnie-esque. Mermaid Man is fine shit. Go on, Wine. Finally done with stages 1-7. It was fucking mental. Go on, Vax. Nice one. Everyone oh, sorry. I'm going to read Vi's thing first. No, I'm not. I'm going to read up. Here we go. Some of your EX recommendations felt like first world problems when you talk about stages, like plus 20 Fae. Like, plus 20 Fae was not a... the only reason we ever talked about plus 20 Fae was because of the bug. And if you wanted to circumvent the bug with your account on 1183, it was one of the steps that you may have had to take. But I have 3 reset tickets. For one of them will be pointed at Faye at some point in time. To be honest, I build up Saida because of you. I'm thankful for that, Dreamer Sensei. You're very welcome, Yoon. Saida is an absolute monster. She is the monster underneath the child's bed. She is a terrifyingly good unit. Vi will get an SIR one day. Everyone unsubbed was not perfect once. Well, it's nice. It was nice talking to you, Cal, I guess. Talia without true damage to is an absolute unit early game, at least. Yes, I remember when Talia first came out. And I thought that she would be good in AFK stages. And then somebody who just started the game was showing me how broken she was in preseason stages. And she genuinely was a house. She was so good. He hasn't made a... Want to delete his channel? Yep. Delete his channel. Bonnie doesn't have CC like that. See, I agree, Vax. Requires 8 seconds to apply the drowned effect. It's fine in stage, sure, but 8 seconds to start doing shenanigans and nightmare in PvP. I think, which is why I just think that he's so far and away from any PvP-esque type activity. I don't think that he's a PvP hero. I think he's designed and focused to pinpoint exactly at AFK stages. That's where he will find a home if he finds one at all. And I also think 8 seconds is too long, by the way. I think if it was 6, he might be fine. I think 8 seconds is too long. That's my first opinion of that. Best news of the week was Subnautica 2 being early access. Subnautica is a great game. Subnautica is a wonderful game. If you've not ever played Subnautica, it's a highly recommended game. I think it's mostly about it. Have we read that? I get the comparison since does attack and haste debuff to... Yeah, I get that. But he applies... So once again... I'm 99% sure, having read his kit, he applies a haste debuff to whoever has the effect on him once he's hit them. So it spreads similar to aging, I guess, but it's still very, very potent. Grey Moss Tower needs more CC? Yes, it does. Dave, you're right there. It seems a little weird to release Sylvan and then Nerian in the same season, assuming Nerian is close to as good or better. I don't think so. I think, once again, coming back to like the top of the show when we were talking about Nerian feels like he has more of a focus on magic damage dealers. Like, that's what they're trying to do. And they have done it recently with a wide variety of heroes that focus, and I used it in my video today, like Laios, who look at monsters and like being better against monster enemies. We will eventually get to a point in the game where they have to create some like heroes that are just good at one specific type of scenario. And yeah, I think that he could theoretically be good at a specific type of AFK stage, but we'll come to find out. The other thing that will make him, and I theorize on this, is the first Celestial Hypergean of the season could be an AFK stage CC masterpiece, and suddenly he becomes very potent. And a variety of other things. Let's say he gets a ridiculous charm, Sylvan gets a bad charm, suddenly that might swing it in his favor. Phantomals, let's say the Graveborn Phantomal is absolutely amazing at AFK stages, suddenly we swing wildly towards them. I saw somebody earlier say, but Graveborns don't even have 3 usable AFK stage units. Suddenly they release a Carolina Supreme Plus Plus that makes her like a crowd control demon when you pair her with Mahira, and you now have Carolina, Nerian, Mahira, and then all you have to do is add Saida +1, and your +1 could be like Neru or Daemon, or even like Isabella. I've got no clue, but suddenly you only have to find one other Graveborn unit to fill the slot, and it works. So yeah. I think he will too, Rick, by the way. I'm fairly certain that he will be fairly closely tied to Sylvan for a while in terms of the stuff that he gets. His knockup reminds me of Lucy. Exactly that. Now Lucy has left, there is the space for a Lucy type stun, and his does very something similar. Yep. Deluge seems to stack pretty fast. Yes, I agree, Vex. All we can do is wait for him to drop officially so we can see him. Yes, I agree. Until then, everything is theory. The one thing that won't go in his favor, like all of these heroes, is he comes out at a very later date. So you won't be able to really see his true power right now. And then I think his banner will overlap with the start of Season 7. I believe that's the case, which means that you will be able to see, if you don't want to pull him straight away, you'll be able to see that. I can make him forget about his wife. Oh, wine. It was when he got to at the end of his video today, and the narrator, which was Neru, starts talking about like, the depths of his sea and all the, and it was so depressing. I was like, dude, you're spoiling the Saturday morning vibe. Come on. Deluge. Yeah, deluge is a great word. How high? You need Selice or Valar? Yes, you will. Well, maybe you will, Vax. There are certain stages where you might not, but you might. We'll see. How high did you get Freerun? I only got her so far to Supreme Plus, but I have like 162, 5-ish thousand diamonds, something like that. So I have the potential to take her higher. I also have her pop up still if I wanted to spend. But yeah. Vi with the question marks. I think that's directed at you, Wine, not me, by the way. Am I the only one who thinks he's closer to Valara's debuff mechanic rather than Sylvan's? I think the reason I say that he's more closely aligned to Sylvan is his profile is like damage stun. And he seemingly is self-sufficient, like close to self-sufficient with one decent crowd control. But we'll see. We'll see how he plays. We'll see how he plays. Spend on my count instead. I'm fine, thank you, Vi. You don't even have Auna. What do you think about Zarya? I think Zarya is... So I really wanted Zarya to be a good unit. Zarya is one of my favorite characters from the story. Zarya is genuinely a great character. Unfortunately, she's not a great hero, in my opinion. Once again, I think she is a paragon for like whale toy, and we'll have to see what the Phantomal situation does to her next season. But there, in theory, there is a chance that she has very minimal use outside of like a stool team, if the Greatborn Phantomal isn't tip-top. That's fair, Vax. She's good this season because of Karen. Yeah, exactly, Rick. You're right there. Because of how good the Greatborn Phantomal is, she has use, even at like low copies. But I think in future seasons, if you're going to want to leverage her in a stun team, you're going to have to... Sorry, a stool team, you're going to have her at, like, crown, and she's going to be a whale toy. I don't know if his CC can keep up. I don't know if you need his CC to keep up. I think time will tell, because I think that you'll end up wanting to pair him with Saida. I think you'll want to end up pairing him with Saida. I've got a funny feeling that he's going to be good against Viperion. That's my current thinking. My current thinking is that he might just be good against Viperion. Zolda, I wanted to make that joke. What joke did Zolda make? Wine is absolutely furious. Can knock up... Oh dear. Oh... What's the time, team? Isn't that a show? Time, team. It is 20 past 8. Alright. I got my dinner soon. Got my dinner. Ba-ba-ba. Time to get a watch, mate. I have a watch, I think, somewhere. Did anybody else ever get a... So I got a Samsung watch, Wine, once upon a time, gifted for me because I did well at my company. And I swear Samsung watches are just terrible. They just... Like, it doesn't even last 24 hours, the battery life. Yeah, I don't know. After seeing your last one, I had to hurry to go get mine. Oh, yeah, okay. He had to hurry to get his drink, to get his joke out. Too late for dinner? Cow, I'm very hungry. I came back from the gymnasium. I had a snack at like 6, and then I did some stuff, and then I am now ready to stream, and then I have my dinner. Shadewing, Saida, Nerian, Dream Team, right? Who knows? We'll see. Noon here, lunchtime. I have an Apple Watch, gang, but the battery also sucks. I just think the Samsung battery must absolutely be abysmal. And I don't know that some of you in this chat may have one. I don't know what side of the fence I fall on with regards to expensive watches. I keep thinking about buying a watch for myself, and then I'm like, why am I even contemplating spending this much money on a watch? And I know that it's a nice piece to have, but I'm just like, do I really want to spend money on a watch? Well, I can just click my phone and see the time. I don't know. 6 is dinner time. To be fair, I normally have my dinner cow at like 7:30. I normally come back from the gym on a weekday at like 7, and then I will have my dinner. But on the days where I stream, I end up eating at 9. It's just how it is. Am I the only one who remembers a Season 2 side quest of a dead wife and her husband turned into a graveborn and they go into the sea? I didn't play in Season 2. Maybe I did the side quest though, and I just skipped past it. Bizarre. Imagine. So I heard that there is like in AFK Arena, and for my AFK Arena players in the chat, I heard that there's like a female graveborn sea mistress type hero. Is that this dude's wife? I have a Polar Watch. My battery lasts over a week. Fuck me. That's a good battery. My only watch is a gold chain is shaped like a tiny blue ball. Like, I also like weird and wonderful wacky things. Like I really like there's a brand called Frank Muller. I like their watches. But once again, I think I like all of their female watches. I don't think I'm a massive fan of their male watches. When you feel rude talking out of your phone at the check of the time, especially in a formal way. Yeah, true. That's true. Desaria. She's a siren, if I remember correctly. Don't remember if she has or had a partner. Huh. Desire. I don't know. Oh, wine. Wine with the comedical joke. Vi, control your lady. Wine. Can you tell your Vi to like pull some good cards for the first time in a while, please? This distracts her from using it on me. I've got somebody I played Magic the Gathering with last night. He's an absolute pun lord. He can't go 5 minutes without making a joke. It's literally impossible for him. So when I was telling him about my recent work trip, it was just constant puns over and over and over. Why am I catching strays here? Stop insulting my pools. I mean, your only good pool in recent years has been wine. So I was setting you up to like give you a good one, but I can keep bashing you if you want. There you go. See, wine even fucking said it just as I said that. He already pulled me. He used it. See, look. There you go. There you go. That makes up for all of the sheep stuff. Was actually cheated by her Bino. Can any arena veteran confirm? Cannot confirm. What have you done? Dreamer, did you know that in Japanese culture, being complimented on your watch is a subtle hint that it's time for you to leave? What? Is that genuinely true, Dave? Is that actually a thing? That's crazy. So when I go to Japan for work, if somebody compliments me on my watch that I'm not wearing, that's a very nice watch you've got. I'm not wearing one. That means get the fuck out of here. I think she murdered him violently. Well, if I remember correctly, she has a semi-death cheat for the entire team on her ult. Man, some of the AFK Arena heroes are absolutely cracked. Whenever people explain to me some of the abilities from their skill sets, I'm like, how is that even a thing? If you're in a restaurant and they say, oh, very nice watch, yeah, you should pay the bill and bounce. I remember me and my partner went to Japan last year. It was very, very nice. Beautiful holiday. Amazing holiday. And we went to a very, very, like, out-of-the-way restaurant. It was, like, down 3 sets of, like, floors. It was in the middle of nowhere. It was truly a local place for local people. But they let us in, and they were really, like, nice to us. And we were eating our food at a fairly kind of slow pace because we were enjoying each other's company. And then we looked up and the entire restaurant was like empty and it was just us. And we looked at the staff, and in Japan they do something very nice. It is very, very nice of them. If they're waiting to, like, because it's on shifts, like it's a lunch shift, and then they'll close down the shop and then they'll open again for dinner. They were waiting and they were all stood behind the like kitchen, and I was there like, oh, I think we need to eat our food a bit quicker. But yeah, it was good. I go to sleep. Claude, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend as well, my friend. Sleep well, dude. She immediately heals them and then makes them immune to damage and CC for 4 seconds. I mean, that sounds like an absolute absurd ability. That sounds absolutely bonkers. If a hero doesn't have a built-in cheap death, he's in trouble. I'm sure we'll get all these cracked heroes as time goes on. I can't wait. I can't wait until we get power crept unaffected. Like, I genuinely... As soon as we... by the way, I'm saying this very tongue-in-cheek, which means in a comical manner. When we finally get a power crept unaffected, that might be the day that I step away. Like, it's too much. I want to go to Japan. Why is Vi spending his money on Pokemon cards and not taking you to Japan? Like, what? What's that about, eh? I mean, that's clearly the thing to do, and then he can buy Pokemon cards in Japan. Surely that makes sense, does it not? Did you learn any basic phrases? I've wanted to go, but I'm nervous. I knew nothing. I had a translator app. Well, my partner had a translator app, which was phenomenal. You could point your camera at anything, and it just instantly translated it into whatever language that you wanted it. So, yeah, it was perfect. And when we went, we were greeted and approached by loads of locals in a really nice way. Like, they would always be like, we would be looking at our phone, trying to figure out which direction we needed to go in to get to where we wanted to go to. And the amount of people that came up to us to practice their English and be like, can I help? And we were like, yeah, sure. We know where we're going, but feel free. Like, it's cool, yeah. It was a wonderful place. I think we intend on going back. I'm not sure when, whether it'll be next year or the year after, but we definitely want to go back. The way that Vi is silent. Yeah, you whip him into shape, Wine. Yeah, get the fuck out respectively. Exactly, Serena. I'm pretty sure that there's a hero in Arena that literally can't be CC'd no matter what. I mean, we've got him in this game. His name's Damien. Technically, he can't be CC'd. Gala may be pair cramped as, but R2 is still unique to her. Yes, Midnight, you're completely right. I think that Gala's artifact thing could show up more and more. When she first released, in the video, like, previewing her and showing off her, I said that her artifact thing will make her unique for many, many moons to come. And we may see that again in Phase 1 of next season. We may see that. Did you visit Nara Peak? Park Peak. The deer have interacted with people, so... No, we did visit one park. I can't remember its name. And we visited it on our first day. So when we went to Japan, we landed... We were on a red-eye flight. And we landed at like 9 in the morning or 8 in the morning. Like, it was really early in the morning. And our hotel was like, really, really happy to have you. We got there at like 10. They were like, really happy to have you. Your room's not ready till 3. So what are you going to do for 5 hours? And we were like, well, we stink. We've been on a 15-hour flight because we took a direct flight from the UK. And I was there like, well, what do we do? And we decided that it was a beautiful day, so we just got onto the train, and my partner took us to a park that wasn't too far away, and we went into a Family Mart, bought a bunch of snacks, or it might have been a 7-Eleven, I can't remember which it was that day. And we went and sat on a bench, and it was like a fitness park, and there was a massive track around it. And people, locals, tourists, like every type of person was just on like running around it with their dogs, by themselves, as groups, whatever. And it was phenomenal, like, to see this community. And there were different groups of like kids and adults also doing like aerobics on the grass, and it was just fascinating. And it was a really, really nice day. And time went by so quickly. And my partner and I just were enjoying like a bunch of snack stuff in our faces while people were running past us. It was hilarious. Yeah, like what genuinely like just a really nice moment. That was a good park. That was a very nice park. I mean, he buys me Pokemon cards, so I can't complain. I mean, he doesn't buy me Pokemon cards. What the fuck's that about? Sorry I'm late. I was eating. I was out eating. I changed Kulu to Arcane, but I'm still barely failing. I'll give it another look, Aki. I'll give it another look. I need to figure out how many proxies I have done in general. Hold on. I done Fiddy. I done... Wait. Sorry. I can send you... I sent you the link, but I should verify I sent it to you. Are you just Daydreamer? I am not. I am not. I'm Miami. I did 24 plus I did 37. I've done 37, 50. I've done 87. So I'll do another 10, and then I'll take a look at a few of the harder stuff. All right. But I'll take a look, Haki. I promise. I'm waiting till we get something different. Awakened. That'll be a fun day. See, I'm going to say this. No comment. I'll move on. Vax, I'll move on. I don't think Awakened is the next thing. No comment. Anyway, reminds me of the videos of Japanese approaching foreigners to practice their English. They're very cute. Yeah. I remember we were like in the middle of nowhere, and we got on a train that I don't think we were supposed to get on, and we then got off it, and we were stood on a rail like platform, and the guy came over and was like, "Are you guys lost?" And we were like, "Do we look that lost?" And he was like, "Yeah, you do." It's like, okay. They're super nice. The locals are super nice. I've heard stories. We didn't experience this, but I've heard stories. My partner told me this is true, where sometimes they don't appreciate locals, and they like push locals away and out of their shops or stores or restaurants. We didn't experience that. We were super welcoming. They were super welcoming to us, and like I've always like to treat every single stranger I can with the utmost respect that I can. They immediately execute any enemy below 25%. Wow. That would be nuts to have. To be fair, I could see that being on like a hero at some point, but it being like 10%. I really could see that. Siren is still remained relevant for PvP for 3 whole seasons just because of artifact counter is so unique. Exactly, Midnight. Exactly. I'm waiting till we get something different. Yeah, reminds me of the videos. Yeah, I wanted to go to the Island of Cats. See, cat stores are super popular. I'll buy you a pack to open at the end of this month. Booyah. If anybody wants to pay for a ticket to Aston Ball for me, I'll give you a smooch. Add your Magic 8-ball cart and we might have a deal. That's hilarious. Think Pet Companion might be next before Awakened. No, I don't think so at least. If you can't find the Solis comp, send me a message. One there, I'll forward it to you. That's the one, not the L. Fez. I'm all good. Was just seeing if you needed a hero earlier. Wanted to help. Alright, we've got 6 more. I am Keeper of Fortune, I cannot part. Yeah, it's Serena's, like, crystal ball. You can't part ways. Japanese don't appreciate if they find out you're staying there on a work visa, but most tolerate everything if you're just a tourist. Yeah, fair. I think they've also made it a bit more expensive as a tourist now. I also loved... I think I was one of the last people to get... Well, I wasn't one of the last people, that's an exaggeration. But I know that they replaced the Suica card this year. They changed away from the penguin. I'm happy that I've got my penguin Suica card. Pets are nowhere near as bad as Awakened, since after you get 6, you can upgrade your next pet immediately to the highest level possible. I'm talking Awakened pets. They don't release basic... Why are we suddenly in the darkness? What happened? I don't mind. Fine? Mine's fine. You just turn the light off. Go to bed. Oh, okay. Sorry, my partner, like there was some light on somewhere and it was keeping me in the dark. Sorry, in the brightness, and then my partner turned it off and I went into the pitch black. I thought she was going to bed. It was like 8:30. Da-da-da. I was suddenly just in the pitch black. I was like, what's going on? Now I'm like in the glorious light. Perfect. Hello, darkness. Da, 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 da. All right, next one. We need to make sure that we get to... We need to make sure we get to 3 more. This team will not beat this. It probably could, but it probably won't. There were only regular pets there when I stopped playing AFK Arena in 2024. Something I want to check is how long is left on the Rosie Store skin. Do we get a Rosie Store skin during Phase 1, or is it during Phase 2 of Season 17? Under fire right now for their ill sentiment towards foreigners. Something about translating their tweets more? No clue. How fast you can build the new meta? I remember watching a video on AFK Arena. I feel like it was from somebody that also did AFK Journey videos, and they like just threw like a ridiculous amount of money at the game to get this hero to the max, and I was like, wow, fair enough. I think another 23 days, so Phase 1 it will be aligned with, if that's the case. That's cool. I'm interested to see in that case who the Rosie Store skin might be. I think I might know. Alright. Is this one more? One more. Yeah, imagine doing a senior who sleeps at... Imagine... No, Wine. She's not going to bed yet. It might have been Vulcan. It may have been Vulcan. Is Zebo still playing AFK Journey? Hopefully Reese. You need to jog on, Cow, if you think it's going to be Reese. Is Zebo still playing? Or is he not? Because I hear conflicting things. I hear one person say he is, and I hear another person say he's not. He's on to NTE. No time eggs. Never touch eggs. Noir. I'm trying to think of like a really edgy name of a game. Noir tendinitis experience. Never tell Edgar. No, shading Vi. Not your lovely. Zebo is gone. 88 million power. Doesn't seem like it. His posts are a different game. Neverness to Everness. Is that actually what it's called? Neverness to Everness. Is that genuinely the game's name? That is way edgier than I could ever think of. That is... Somebody sat there and said, literally, ChatGPT, what is a game that I can make that sounds super edgy? And they went, great question. Neverness to Everness is a great catchy name. It's got the edge. And they're like, great, we'll go with it. I think you're really hungry. Eggs. I've forgotten the eggs meme. There's like a meme with eggs, right? Funny you sat chatting because they have AI generated assets in their game. I'm 99% sure it's an AI generated name. No touche E. Is it like a silent E? So it's a silent E in the entire thing, Dave. Nunes is I don't know how to do that. No, I don't know how to do that. I said I'd try Aki's first. I'm joking. No touche. Let's try this one again. We're going to do one manual and then we're going to do the rest of the auto. Aki, if you're still here, try chippying this, by the way. Because chippy might be better than auto battle. If you know what I mean by chippying. If you don't know what I mean by chippying, just let me know, my friend, and I'll tell you. Why is Gunner dying so quickly? Is it actually that important? You don't know? Okay, so when you go into an AFK stage, you'll have, like... I only have battle, because it's a proxy. You'll have, like, auto battle. If you press auto battle, and then you press thingy here, it will just chippy it. Like, it will have, like, a chippy thing here. Try that. 1072 is Sun Eater front mob, no. It can be, yes, but there's an auto team, and I'm just trying to encourage him to try the auto team. I'm also fairly certain that sometimes the AFK buff has played itself into a weird spot with this team. I want to go hit. No, I want to go auto. And then I'll start going here. Let join. This guy's gonna naturally die. Well, I cocked that up, didn't I? Because I got pushed to the side. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. I'm gonna get DMCA'd by the Cha Cha Real Smooth song. Alright, let's go top. Alright, we did it. Alright, well done, Aki. We did it. There you go. All good. We done it. Oh, Aki already fucking did it. Oh my god. Why is it whenever I do a proxy for somebody nowadays, it's already done? Well done, Aki. Did you... Oh, you got it yourself. Oh, you chippied it. Very nice. There you go. Good job, bruv. Chippy is crazy powerful, Aki. Like, crazy powerful. You're very welcome, my friend. Very, very welcome. And you're very, very welcome as well, Midnight. No payback. Alright. Dark. Can I have Gunner or Auna? You can have Auna. There you go, my friend. Zolder. Zolder said left side. 977. Tasty. Right. What do we have? What is Zolder's account? Zolder's account is... fine. Why does this not auto? Is it charms? It's charms. Is it charms? I'm guessing it's charms. Blast. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's wrong charms. I think it's... these charms are maybe wrong. Right. Let's try. We don't have Auna. We can try this, but we will do this instead. This actually could be the... no, it's not. Okay, there is an AFK stage where Mahira and... both Mahira and Twins die really early and you still succeed, but I don't think this is this. These are our charms. We tried this. We survived. We died. I'm curious if you have to live the initial blow. Yeah, swapping to Sork did not work on the auto. Did it not work as in like chippy auto, Zolda? I'm curious whether the chippy auto would work, but it might not. There's a good chance that this stage is about free run control, and I'm just being bad. Hold on. I haven't played with this hero, and we don't have any of the fucking records. Does the Freyren skin give you any different look when fighting? Other skins often do. I don't know. Anybody that has bought our Lord and Savior Freyren skin? Has anybody bought her? Well, I'm clicking my buttons. My buttons aren't working. We're focused. We're focused. Oh dear, we have a cat. Ah. Ah. I like her basic look better, by the way, for free run. Of the people that are in agreement with me. I think we did it for you, by the way. Ta-da! There you go. All good. All good. There you go, Zolda. Another one. Chippy did something, not sure which side yet. I think it was the other side because we got that one for you. So you're all good. This is Dave from the stream. If you could manual either side, that'd be awesome. Thanks in advance. I'll have a little gander for you, Dave. Mushrooms or Viperian. Mmm, tasty. A choice of two delicate dishes for me. What do we have on your account? Should we have a little peek? We have one copy gunner. That ain't gonna cut the mustard here, I don't think. Let's give it a go. Oh, it's this stage. Oh, I hate this stage. I've just realized what I've done. Because they come out. Yep. I actually can't remember how I did this stage. I'm 99% sure I never used the Nero team. I'm pretty sure I didn't use the Nero team. I think I lost my marbles trying to Nero this. I'm pretty sure I did this. Oh, do we not have Bill Auna? We do not have Bill Auna. Okay. If we don't have Bill Auna and we don't have Bill Gunner, I might have to do the Nero team. Oh. He did say light spender. I, to be honest, Cal, didn't read. Reading is not my forte. As you know, I am dyslexic. So if I can avoid reading, I'll avoid reading. Now you see how I suffer? Yeah, I know, I got you. Let's have a little look. Let's have a gander. Can I try the right-hand side instead? You said it out loud. I said it out loud? Did I really? My brain did not compute. He said light spinner? Oh, he said no. He said, hi, Dave. This is Dave from stream. I didn't read this bit. I didn't read this bit. I said if you could manual. I know what I did. Oh, Aki with the 5. Go on, Aki. Thank you so much, dude. I genuinely really appreciate that. That's awesome. That's really cool. If you were gifted a subscription from Aki, which was 5 people. Oh, Volg. Volg got one. Vi Wine, go tell Volg that he got a subscription. That's so funny. Yeah, thank you so much, dude. That's so cool. Is this Auna only? There's a zany team. That's crazy. That's all good, Aki. You're more than welcome, my friend. You're more than welcome. I think I'd rather try the left-hand side. Let's try left. Let's try and learn how to Neru this properly, shall we? I'm wondering, well, the only placement that makes any sense is here. So we'll go here. We're going to speed it up. I'm guessing this has to happen. We get kickback. We then go at 77. We then round. Okay, rounding was not the right choice. Okay, so no round. So we don't need to round. We go here instead then. $77. Nope. So it's oddly, it just makes no sense. Because they'll split up like this, but in one of the other ones they didn't. It's all about the energy gain that you're potentially not getting from the fucking Faramore. Oh! Right. Doopa-doopa-doo. Wait for Farah Bloom after the... I think you die. I think that's the... Okay, I think you die. I'll show you. I'm fairly certain you just die. I kind of wanted to try the little skip boards there. It didn't work. All right. I think without it, it's death, by the way. Let me just... Sorry, I was reading something. I'll turn it off for you. But I'm pretty sure it's death. Because I think Viperion nuts the team. Yeah. Before. It's to do with keeping them clumped here. And getting them... So, we had one attempt, right? Out of however many we've tried. Where they were all still stacked when Faramore's ult came down. And it's to do with... it's to do with the timer of Iron. Like this. Okay. But Brutus is just going to nut the team. Okay. I hope that we get a dreadful Phantom for the Wilders next season. I am of the opinion that I don't want a good one. I will try this off stream. I have no intention of trying to learn this right now on stream. I'll be completely honest. I'm doing this so I show up in the VOD. Hi, VOD. There you go. There you go, Serena. Out of interest, can I watch the replay for it? Let's have a look. It's instant mid. Instant Faramore. Push. 78. 74. I want the Wilder Phantom to be bad because I want another faction to be good at AFK stages. I want the Mauler or the Graveborn Phantom to be an absolute beast at AFK stages. That's what I want. Okay, so theoretically, this is actually really simple, Dave. Theoretically, the only thing that you need to do is... If the stage is anything to go by, it's this, this... Push. 1, 2. One, two. One, two. Ba-dum. Sag. But yeah, that's literally the stage. Like, it's actually really easy. It's genuinely really easy. Okay. I will try a little bit more off stream. But yes, it's that simple. Oh, Gov, how you doing? How you doing, Gov? Homestead layout codes, huh? I don't know what you're talking about with homestead layout code. Oh, you're talking about like the priest things. I spaced out for a bit. I had to fix my homestead. It's bugged out with 2 services. I love my homestead at the moment. I've got my little like heart-shaped hangout area. Gov, how you doing today? How you doing, Darky? Are you doing homestead tours today? I can have a little peek around a few homesteads before I sign off. I can't get the manual rhythm on my phone. The only hero that you actually need to manual in the entirety of that is Mahira. I think you need to do Mahira at 78, then you just need to delay her for 2 seconds on the next 2, and you're fine. So it's 78, and then whenever the next one would be, like, minus 2 seconds, and then whenever the next one be after that for minus 2 seconds. And I think you'll be fine. That's literally it. And you just have to rinse and repeat until you get, like, the right, the RNG on the damage. That's what it feels like. I also don't know your, what's the word? I also don't know your, let's have a look. What's your charm setup for your heroes? Like refining a hero might be worthwhile. Yeah. Refining a hero might be worthwhile for you. This is too slow. Need to go start again. Hold on. I'll try again. Relentless is... Was it Mystic? I thought it was Relentless. Am I blind? It should be Relentless. I'll have a peek again in a sec. I think I might be blind. I don't think you're blind. What's your UID I want to visit? Serena choosing absolute chaos. There we go, now we go. Please don't visit. I'm fucking coming midnight. Hold on. It was Mystic, yes. It was. Yeah, that's probably why you're timing out. I would hate, like, hazard to guess. You definitely want Ruthless. All good. About to do Cursed hits in AFK or in some Ravage Realm and Journey. Ravage Realm looks to be pretty good, Gov, right? I quite like the look of Ravage Realm this season. In terms of, like, the teams and other bits. Can we have the pushback, please? Push. We actually might do this. We get Slam. No, he's too high. Let's have a look. Is it Mystic? It is Mystic. You want Ruthless Faramore, I think. Dave. If you craft Ruthless Charms here, they are the advisable ones for Faramore. Chat was right. Chat caught it. I didn't see it. You want Ruthless. It's like the dagger. It looks like a dagger or a sword. That might explain some of the damage deficit that you're experiencing. Because with Ruthless, Faramore becomes ruthless. My homestead had an idea, but I'm too busy. See, Serena said my homestead redecoration was lovely. Thank you, by the way. I tried really hard with my redecoration on my homestead. Yes, it does. You're not wrong, Vax. Because it's attack speed too, right? Pow. Oh. Alright, here we go. Nope. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Whoop. Let's have a little gander. Up. And then 1, 2. Push. Keep going, team. And then we're going to get the spin. Wow. That was brutal. We're not going to get there, unfortunately. Alright. I will come back in and back out. If you change the charms. Let's have a look. Let's see if Ruthless will help us. They're already significantly more grouped, I can tell you that. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Come on, Def. Let's whack out this AFK stage then. Come on, then. We've got this. Ruthless is the way. Our team just died of deathitis. Sadly. If he stays on the floor, there's a chance that no, we don't do this. If it stays on the floor, no. I admire the folks who model. Yeah, it's it takes what's the word? It takes a decent amount of like time and effort to just sit and redesign your homestead. Me, a lazy penguin, just throwing everything randomly. I mean, as a penguin, Gov, you're out there surely collecting rocks for your partner, right? It's fine. I was late on the other one, so it's fine to just go off by auto. There you go. We did it. There you go. Random BS go. Yeah, something like that. GG, we got it. There you go. Def, you're free. You're free. All right. 5-12 and 10-17. 5-12. Do we have these heroes? We do. We don't. 10-17 is cursed. Oh dear. Why is 10-17 cursed? What's happening with 10-17? You're very welcome, Dave. Thank you for always coming along. Why is 10-17 cursed? What's going on with 10-17? You tell me about it. Is 10-17 not a chippy angle? Like, is 10-17 not chippy? Koff, if you're here, have you tried chippying 10-17 with this team? Out of interest. I say it like it will work, but I don't know if it will or won't. Whoosh. Okay. It's this. Where's Persk? Perker's Arcane. It didn't work chippying. Okay. Can I get away with never building Kulu for AFK stage? You just need one copy of her sometimes, Rick. If you never want to invest into her, you can just keep her at one copy and it's fine. Huh. Is there a different scenario or setup? There is. Let's try this. I love penguins. Me too. Penguins are fucking awesome. I have literally like loads of penguin plushes. Penguins are the best. In fact, in June, everybody, my lovely sister has bought me an experience where I get to go feed penguins. So that'd be cool. Ah, everybody exploding. So there is a small chance that this AFK stage is completely other word. But yes, because of the AFK stage buff. But we'll see. Okay. Don't look too deep into the... Get up to like 3 feet. What was that? I think some do. Like the Emperor penguins, right? Emperor penguins are pretty big. They're pretty big chunk of boys. So is Mahira dying? So maybe if we just turn Mahira off. Like Mahira dies in the replay. Is Mahira's ult here causing us to have issues? So if we just don't ult her, it's not going to work. Okay. Sometimes when we're against these creatures here, not ulting her is actually the play. Can we try the other setup and see if... Wait. Yeah, can we try this one? The Auna Saida team is consistent. Does it not have Gunner? Or am I just absolutely mesmerized by something else? The Auna Saida team is Gunner, right? Yeah, and we don't have Gunner. Unless Gunner dies instantly. I don't recall Gunner dying instantly though. But we don't have Gunner. There might be, but it's missing. Yeah. And the reason it's no replay is because of the... What's the word? It's because of the new patch. Does this work? Surely not. Yeah, because of the patch. Exactly. Alright. There's a Discord post if you don't mind me tagging you, Dreamer. There's a Discord post. Oh, for the Gunner one. It's all good. I mean, like, I'm just trying this for Koff. I'm not invested enough to see it. Subs, how you doing? You good, my friend? Long time no see. Everything all good? Valid. Like, I'm 99% sure stage is just fucked. I mean, it clearly is doable, but I don't think I have the patience. I am one proxy stage away from my cap for the day. How was your time away? My time was pretty good. It was nice to do the work stuff that I wanted to go do. It was good to spend some time in some cool places. It was fun to see some cool projects. I can't do this one. It's going to take me for a while, and I'm only going to stream for like another 5 minutes, unfortunately, Koff. Sorry. I think they just didn't craft them. I'm guessing there is some innate... Basically, what's causing the issue here is the Tide Sorcerers are dealing a shit ton of damage. Like, these guys are just completely nuking the team. And it's because of their... what's the word? It's because of their... This, but also... I can't remember where it is. It deals 80% magic damage to enemies who attempt to inflict control effects. So it's dealing a shit ton of damage to you for dealing control effects. So there is... Mahira is trying to deal control effects, which is why people are taking her out of the team. But then seemingly Perseus is as well, which is causing some issues before he dies. So maybe, like some people have suggested in the chat, take the charms off Perseus and see if that helps. But I've got no clue if that's... I've got no Scooby-Doo if that's going to help. Pops. We'll do a stage for Pops before we stop. Because Cloud's a lovely man. Alright. But yeah, subs. It was good. It was a very long 12 to 13 days. And from like a gaming perspective, I think the most I had was on one of my days off, I was able to play AFK Journey for like 30 minutes. On average, I had literally like 10 to 15 minutes to do my dailies, get in, get out, that was kind of thing. But yeah, it was good. How have you been? You've been enjoying Phase 3? All is good? All is bad? Oh, I had 2? Oh, I have 2 because of Aki's... Oh no, I've just reached the limit. It just doesn't tell you till you press the button. Okay. Love that. If anybody needs a proxy, Fright is willing to give it a go because he's an absolute G. He has put his UID in the chat. You can send him your UID. By the way, if anybody ever is wondering why I say when you're struggling, if you want to send me a proxy on UID, if you grab, like I'm going to grab Frights as an example. So I'm taking it out of the chat right now. You go to the friends bit here. You go down here and you press the add friend. So although I'm at cap, you can still find someone. You type their UID into this box. You hit the search and it will come up with them. And then what you do is you can chat to them. So I can say like, look, it's Fright. And then when you go into your proxy request, which will be down here, like down here, you press it and then you can go to your recent chats and you'll have Frights. And then you can just like throw it at him, which is how sometimes people can like throw me their proxies, for example. So if you are ever struggling, feel free to send me a message with it. I can try to give you a hand. Let's have a little pew while we wind down. All right. So I'm content with how Phaser is going. Coincidentally, I have every hero built for the Ravage Rouse teams. Usually I need to spend a few buckaroo. That's pretty good. It's a nice, pleasant surprise. I would feel horrible anybody asking since I'm missing meta heroes. I don't mind it. It's quite nice. It's quite a different, like, it's a different taste. Like, it's a different way of people overcoming the AFK stage. Like, it's a cool thing to see. For example, I don't know if Vi's still here, but I know that Vi on purpose didn't build Auna because he wanted the experience, you know, of not having Auna. And he wanted to try and do AFK stages without having Auna. So he's really put himself through the, you know, through doing that. All right, team. It's been, 2 hours. Okay, great. I mean, in Vi's case, he thought I'd skip Auna and I'd Paragon 3 Aurora. You know, I always have him struggle without Seda, so don't worry. Oh yeah, Zolder's like, could you try my stage? And I'm like, yeah, all good. And then I press the Saida team and it's just no. For AFK stage ages, Mahira mostly needs M+, right? If I want to get her past 1 copy. The next milestone is M+ beyond 1 copy, yes. Yeah, 100%. It's 1 copy, then M+, then S+, as Mahira's like milestones, Farleg. Yep, you're right. Rick, he could have, but he didn't. He chose to not have Auna because it would just be unfair. It would make the game unfair. I know that he really sacrificed a lot in that decision, so it's a very big decision for him. Anyway, team, that's everything for today. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes, nearly 2 hours and 30 minutes. Very humble. That's Vi through and through. That's genuinely Vi through and through. What I was going to do before I say goodbye was, as I normally do on a weekend, was just a little giveaway. So we normally give away like a classic Gazette here. So the Diamond Gazette. If you want to be in with a chance to win the Diamond Gazette, all you need to do is enter !Gazette. So feel free to enter. I'll run it for a few minutes and then I'll pull a winner, give you a prize, and then I'll say sayonara. But this is just my way of giving back to you guys. You may have seen Nightbot spamming it throughout this, which is my loot bar stuff or anything like that. I tend to put it in like the description of my videos or like the top comment. If you ever use my loot bar link, all of the money that I get as part of being like the loot bar affiliate or whatever, I put towards these giveaways. These giveaways are funded by you. So just know that this is the reason that I do them. I give them straight back to you. So yeah, it's part and parcel of what I do. There are currently 14 of you that are entered, so feel free to keep going. I hope that everybody here has a, what's the word? Like a wonderful rest of their weekend. You got to see my screen then. That was interesting. So if I do this, before I like, wait, this is what paying taxes should be like. Yeah, this is what paying taxes should be like. You give me it, I give it you back. If I win again, you're pulling Cryonia to S+ right now and only then closing stream. Unfortunately, there'll be some random internet connection issue at some point in that case. Wallpaper leak? What is my wallpaper right now, in fact? My wallpaper's just like a nice windmill, I think. I think it's a nice windmill, isn't it? Yeah, it's a nice windmill. There you go. It's a windmill. Very nice. 1073, first time for Aki. Very, very nice. Go on the Aki. In fact, I can wave at you. My camera's on. There you go. Suddenly it's a me. But yeah. A big windmill because you're a blowout. What the fuck? Alright. So I give you guys like no, that's not a face reveal. You guys have seen me before. Some of you haven't. Some of you are like, oh my god, it's a face reveal. Like it's not a face reveal. I've been on stream before, I've been in videos before. He has a face, I have a face. Don't say this, Serena. A windmill because he misses me. Yes. He face revealed a long time ago. I did. I imagined you as a blonde. I am like mousy, to be fair. I haven't gone out in the sun recently, though, to be fair. But yeah. He's just a pretty man. I'm Sylvan. I need to have a shave as well. I look abysmal because I haven't had a shave recently. All right, team. How many people do we have entered into the contest? There are 14 of you. If you want to enter, it's !Gazette. I give you 30 more seconds, and then I'm closing the vote. No, please don't shave. There was like a request that. By the way, did somebody just run past me in my homestead? Was that genuinely what I just saw? If you did, come and have a sit next to me. To be fair, I have you in the background. I've never seen you. Yeah, fair. That's fair. Oh, cows entered. That's 15. Was that a spider by your window? I did look. I actually did look. I genuinely looked. I took a bunch of like rubbish to the tip today, like garden waste, and it had spiders all over it, which was terrifying. All right, 16 of you. All right, I'm gonna pull the winner. If you win, all you have to do, there you go, somebody's come and sat next to me. Very nice. All you have to do is enter your UID. All right. So the winner is Sabs. Sabs, congratulations, my friend. Congratulations on your win. All you need to do is give me your UID and I will send you the Classic Gazette, and then you can just confirm that you have received it. Okay. So feel free to send it across to me, and I will get it done. I will get it done. All right, let's have a little peek. Go here, and then we go. Oh my God, there's loads of people. Look at you all. Getting your little moment. Here's here. Congratulations, GG. Congratulations. Yeah, it's all good. Look at you all. Who's here? Zolda, Midnight. Everybody's on the stands, on the steps. I'll win one day. You will, Vags. You'll win the big one. By the way, we'll be doing more giveaways for Season 7 launch. We tend to do some of our bigger ones on Season 7 launch. So if you're trying to win something that isn't a Classic Gazette, I will see you in the Season 7 launch stream. I think I know where... There he is. I could possibly be maxed out, so if it doesn't go through, I'll try it. Here you go. Let's have a look. Tip up. It says it's all good. It says it's gone through, Subs. So you let me know if you've got it. Did you get it? You're still hoping, Noralee? One day you're gonna get it. Can't wait for Dreamer to do the quest on stream so I can skip mine. That is literally why I am going to attract so many people on like day 1 of Season 7, like we did for day 1 of Season 6. It's because so many people are gonna be like, oh, I can just watch Dreamer do the story. I don't need to do it myself. I can just skip it. Awesome. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It will definitely be interesting. I hope that you got it, by the way, Subs. It says that it was successful on my end, so you let me know if you did get it. We need to bully him into doing... You got it? Sweet. That's good. I thought when I said, tell me you got it, and then Cal said me, I was like, oh no, did I take the wrong UID? We need to bully him into doing Voyage of Wonders. I will do... So this is something that I will do. On an upcoming stream, we have all of the Voyage of Wonders left to do. I will do them. So we're going to have to do that at some point, all right? All right, team. That is everything for today. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm going to go eat my dinner. I hope you have the wonderful, wonderful Sunday ahead of you. I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday is the next stream. If you look in the community post tab on my YouTube page later today, I will announce both my Wednesday and also my weekend stream for you. It will probably be, what's the word? It will probably be Wednesday, Sunday, like back to normal. But yeah, have a wonderful rest of your week. If you ever have any questions, if you ever have anything that you want to talk to me about, find me on Discord, find me in the game, wherever you feel is necessary. And yeah, till then, I shall see you in the next one. I gotta find the, like always, I can't find the fucking stop streaming button. Here it is. All right. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. See you later.